mail call do I have for you, and I'm going to do something special. Not only am I going to show you everything I've got for the last maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that, but I'm also going to give you an unbiased opinion of every soap scent that I got. I love watching other guys shave videos. I love it. But sometimes you just want to cut to the chase and say, oh, that soap, what does it smell like? Do I want to go out and buy it? I am going to do that for you, my friends, because, hey, that's just the kind of guy that I am. But first, caffeinate up. So for all of these, I actually got most of them from Tampa Shave Company. Brian Abernathy, he is the bomb. Unfortunately, he's getting rid of most of his supplies other than the Tampa Shave Company brand. So if you're interested, I love Tampa Shave stuff too, but all these are non-Tampa Shave Company stuff. So if you're looking for them, I have done some other reviews of Tampa Shave Company's soaps. Go check them out in some other videos. Now, I've put together these soaps in kind of a mindset, right? Because I love transporting myself to different places while I'm wet shaving, either with my straight shaver or my double edge razor. I just love relaxing and being in the moment. Now you're thinking, Joe, it's almost fall there in North Carolina. You know, are you getting all kinds of like fall, like seasonal scents? No. Do you just barbecue only in the summertime in the spring? No. You barbecue all year long because you know you love it. Same thing goes with soap scents. You know, if it's super cold out, why aren't you shaving with something that smells like it's from Hawaii or something tropical to transport yourself away from the freaking cold? Would somebody please explain this to me? Okay, so the rundown of all the soaps that I got, I have compartmentalized into barbershop, tropical, tobacco-based, and other. Now, some of this stuff did come from other purchases, but like I said, about 99% of this came from Tampa Shave Company. And in my mail calls, I actually got 2 Wild West Brushworks brushes. Aren't they kind of cool? So somebody recommended to me moving away from Badger and other natural things. I said, okay, well, fine. Well, if you want me to change, what type of knot do you want me to get? And the recommendation is a Maggard Tuxedo knot. This is a 22. This is a 24. Can't see much of a difference. I happen to like this one a little bit better because of the handle length. I don't know if you can see this for my hand. I mean, I got a pretty big hand size. I'm about 6 foot tall, as opposed to this one here. But long story short, if you are making a transition and you want to use a synthetic knot, I highly recommend Maggard. I highly recommend the Tuxedo knot. This thing is awesome. And don't be spending your money on wolf whiskers or some of those other ones. Way too expensive for what you're getting. I also ended up getting this. It is a dope bag from Tampa Shave Company. This is stamped right up in here. This thing is awesome. It is a tad smaller than some of my other dope kits, but this thing is awesome for traveling. I needed a second one. I carry one for my bath stuff and one strictly for my shaving stuff. That's how serious of aficionado shaving and wet shaving I am. So this thing is top grain leather. It is solid. It fits everything you need and more. I am so stoked to get this. So let's start off with the barber shops. For the barber shops, I got Dell's, and that is from South Florida Wet Shavers, made by K Shave Works. I've got local Gents. Now I've had a chance to use this during the making of this video, and this stuff is pretty good, very reminiscent of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Matter of fact, I asked somebody if it was actually made for local Gents by PAA. That's how reminiscent it was of it. First Canadian Shave Some. Okay, this guy's been all over Instagram. This is their barbershop taper fade. And of course, an oldie but goodie is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cat. So we'll start off with Artisan. Phoenix Artisan, and just a perfect barbershop scent. I mean, if you guys are looking for a great barbershop scent, you've never had one before, start off with Cad. It just smells clean. It definitely has the undertones like most of PAA's. You can PAA definitely has a signature undertone for just about all their scents. Really hard to describe. But just a nice, clean, baby powderishy, but not manly scent. Great scent. Then we got Local Gents. This is their California Barber. And again, very reminiscent of PAA in terms of texture. In terms of smell, this definitely smells sweeter than CAD. So if you've ever owned a tub of CAD before, this is very reminiscent of it, but a little bit sweeter. Performance-wise, about the same too. So I was like, is this made by the same people? Anyway, great soap. Then we've got First Canadian. First Canadian shave soap is the Barber Taper Fade. A little bit more croupish, creamish like, whereas Local Gent and Phoenix are more soap like. Again, I've tried this one too. Definitely has a much more musky smell in terms of their barber scent. It is just awesome. I would say I would put this up there with definitely some patchouli added underneath it, if that makes sense. And then Dells. So out of all the 4 scent notes that I'm most attracted to, this Dells is unbelievable. Kind of cologne-y, sort of cedarwood, barbershop scent. And it too is all, like I said, is made by K Shave Works. And this stuff is just awesome. It's a soap, very hard. And just this soap, out of all of them, is a hands down winner for me in terms of that woodsy smell. So if you love woodsy but like the clean barbershop sense to it, check out Dells from South Florida Wet Shavers. But overall, every single one of these is a winner. You cannot go wrong with any one of them. And performance wise, I've had a great shave with all these companies. So K Shave Works, I haven't shaved with Dells yet, but it's a K Shave Works product. I've had great experiences with them. Local Gents, again, I've tried it. So anyways, long story short, these are some awesome ones. If you haven't tried any of them, I highly recommend that you do so. That barbershop taper fade. It kind of reminds me of upscale salon barbershop. I don't know if you guys have ever been in more of an upscale place where you get your hair cut, where they do like massages and other things like that. Kind of Aveda-like is a good way to describe that. If you guys have ever used Aveda, definitely more on the musky side. Okay, so that ends for the barbershop. So you can't go wrong with First Canadian. Awesome. Go try them out. Local Gents, South Florida Wet Shavers, and some PAA cap. So in my unboxing, I also got a few different like tropical scents. You know, just because we're going into winter, I want to transport myself to someplace much more warmer. You know, here in North Carolina, it still gets damn cold, like in the teens overnight some nights. So anyways, this will definitely help arouse me into thinking that I'm somewhere other than this flippin' cold. So if you've ever wondered about Castle Forbes, this is one of them I'm going to show you. It's lime. If you've ever wondered if it was worthwhile spending this kind of money for this kind of product, yes. I also got Uncle John's. This is the Tahitian Dream. If you guys have never tried Uncle John's before, you need to. And another South Florida Wet Shavers from Miami. And I haven't told you guys this before, but I'm originally from Miami, so I had to pick this up. So we'll start off with the Miami Nights South Florida Wet Shavers. Again, it's made by K Shave Works. It is definitely a soap. And have you ever thought about putting fruit punch into a soap? There you go. I don't remember a whole lot of places in Miami smelling like this, but either way, it's tropical, it's awesome. You need a little pineapple in your drink. Check this out. Oh, this is going to be awesome. The next one I got is Tahitian Dream. So when you think about Tahitian Dream, what's the first thing that probably comes to your mind? is probably like a coconut-based suntan lotion, maybe. This one's not that way, believe it or not. I have really loved Uncle John's way of creating scents. It's just different, more on point. Sometimes he does things, more sweet in one direction or another. With this one here, what he did is he actually made the undertones more of the fruit than the coconut. You can definitely smell it. As a matter of fact, when you first opened this up, this box was sitting on my front porch, so it had time to heat up a little bit too, which kind of sucks. But when I first opened up this tub, it damn near knocked me on my ass. The smell was that strong. And I pick up all the tropical fruit and a heavy note of banana on the top of it. So I like bananas, don't you? And last but not least is Castle Forbes. So this is Castle Forbes Lime. It is a cream. It is not a soap. So you're gonna want to dollop some of this out into your bowl. Scent-wise of their lime, if Jolly Ranchers made a lime, that's what this would smell like. Okay, so very, very sweet, almost candy-like lime. And they say it's for skin prone to nicks and cuts. Let me just tell you, I got an awesome shave with this stuff. They also make a lavender and a sandalwood, cedarwood, I guess. If you can see your way clear, I got this. I very rarely pay full price for my soaps. If you can find a great deal on this stuff, pick it up. And if you can't, I'd still say save your money for it and pick some up. It is just a great shave. So who wins the Tropical Battle Royale? And, I can't say much. I mean, Castle Forbes is just awesome. But I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Tahitian Dream. This is a close battle. I might have to make a video of a battle royale, at least two going at it, because this is just something else. And maybe I'll do it like in the dead of winter or something like that too. But go check them out. Really two good, awesome soaps. I guarantee if you love tropical scents, you will not go wrong with either one of these. Next up, I've got 6 total soaps that are tobacco based. I love a great tobacco scented shave soap. The first one we're gonna get started with is Dr. John's. Now this has kind of got a tobacco note in it. It's more on the cologne side. If you guys have ever smelled Kenneth Cole Black, this is the Dr. John's Black label. It smells very reminiscent of that. It has just a really nice, clean cologne tobacco scent. Jasper, you're too young to shave. Don't mind Steve. He's been here this whole time. You didn't even know it, did you? Truth be told, he's been kind of a pain in the ass here lately. He's a husky and he's singing to his people. I know you love the shave soaps. Who wouldn't love the shave soaps? They're awesome, Steve. I put him in here with a treat that had a ton of peanut butter in it. This dog went through it like it was nobody's business. The song of your people. I digress. I put Steve back in the house. Dr. John's. Awesome vegan-based soap. If you want a nice, slick shave, great foam. I have used Dr. John's on a ton of occasions. On scent note, I would definitely say, out of everything that I've gotten, this is by far the strongest soap out of them all. Next up, I have First Canadian. Again, this is the Maximo Gomez Cuba, and wow is all I can say. Now, First Canadian managed to capture a scent that only somebody who's been with a lot of Cubans or Latin Americans knows. The clean scent undertones within this are very reminiscent of the smells when I first walk into a lot of my Cuban friends' parents' houses growing up as a kid. That scent they managed to capture. I have no idea if they even know it. I asked the owner about this. He actually purchased the company. he didn't formulate it, so it's now his. And I don't know, but it's just that clean, a little bit of patchouli, definitely it smells like a Cohiba on top of that. It is just awesome. And it makes for a great shave too. Great residual to First Canadians. I'll definitely give them props on that. I just happen to be lucky enough to know Frank Mesa, and I always get the heads up about his soaps getting released from Mason Boutique. That is some really sad news that Jennifer Mason is actually quitting cutting or making the shave line of soaps, but she is going to continue making shave soaps for Strike Gold Shave, for Frank Mesa. This one is Clinton. If he actually makes it again, I highly recommend you check it out. Now this one here, again, is a soap. The smell of tobacco was done so luxuriously in any Strike Gold shave soap I own. It is probably in my top 2 or 3. Some of the soaps may even be number 1 depending on the scent note of all-time soaps, and that's saying something for me. So if this one here transports me into like a health store kind of thought. My first thought is like incense with tobacco, but and when you first walk into some of these apothecary kind of stores that have like the herbals, the holistics, and things like that, this is a scent that usually I'm first greeted with when I first walk in. It makes me feel healthier when I walk in. With the tobacco too. And I feel healthy smoking a Cohiba now and then. Don't you guys? Okay, another one is from local Gents as well. Now, it's Tobacco Lounge, so my first thinking is that this was going to be a really nice pipe smoke tobacco. And I'll tell you, all I really smell is luxurious leather. I do get a little hint of the pipe tobacco, but that is not the predominant smell. It is much more leather. Much more leather. So if you're looking for a great leather scent, check out Tobacco Lounge. It is just a really awesome, clean leather scent. So for my next video, I've been asked to show these two go head to head. So I'm going to end up doing in my next video probably a battle royale of the pipe smokes. And for this one, what was requested is what was my opinion of Pipe Smoke by Uncle John's and Cavendish from Phoenix Artisan. They're both really awesome. So I'm not going to dwell too much, but I will give you a little hint on scent. So Pipe Smoke, definitely get the Pipe Smoke scent. It's also regular soap, it's not a croup. And this one, any of Uncle John's, to be honest with you, I've had, not only do I get the smell that he's trying to go for, but it's almost like I get a scent of honey or something like that. I know it's not probably honey, but it kind of reminds me of a warm, sugary, honey kind of undertone to it. So in terms of pureness in pipe tobaccos, it definitely gets the pipe tobacco, that cherry-like pipe tobacco, but not a strong cherry. Don't think cherry, but kind of, if you've ever smoked pipe tobacco, that's what it smells like, with almost like a sweetness of a honey. So I'm not saying it's honey, but it definitely kind of reminds me of that. And then you've got Cavendish. Again, the PAA consistency is always about the same. It is definitely a soap. You get that little hint of signature PAA clean underneath it. And you get, to me, a very traditional pipe smoke. It almost has pipe smoke and vanilla. And this one kind of reminds me of a friend of mine, or I shouldn't say of mine, of my dad's, at this association that they used to belong to. He always used to have a little pouch with his tobacco and used to smoke his pipe around all the time. This one really reminds me of that. I'd almost say like it really reminds me of that. It's not smoky though. It's like he just lit up, but he didn't light up. I don't know how to describe it, but this is probably a little bit more what I remember. I smoke, as some of you know, don't throw any things at me. Everybody has their own vices, but this one definitely reminds me of some people I knew that smoked pipes versus this one here. Both should be awesome in the wintertime, or just, like I said, year-round. I mean, I'm weird that way. I mean, this one is just awesome too. So it's hard to judge them right off the bat, but in my Battle Royale shave video, I'll definitely probably draw conclusions one way or another. But I gotta tell you, scent notes, depends a lot on what you're looking for, but the pipe smoke of this one is probably truer to form than what this one is. But this one here definitely has a nice, if you're gonna do something different with pipe smoke, this is an awesome way to go too. Does that make sense to y'all? Okay, now we got 4 left, and I'm also gonna show you an aftershave that came with it. First one is Malpas from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It is somewhat like a tobacco, but not. This reminds me definitely the clean PAA signature scent that to me is in just about every single one of theirs is an undertone. And kind of like a leather, I want to say like a dusty boots kind of leather. It's nice. It kind of could be like considered a Western barber shop kind of feel. But in terms of scents, probably not one of my favorites. There's another one out there called the Chiseled Face that makes a Old West barber shop scent. That one's off the charts. It's actually got much more strong tones of the gun smoke and leather. This next one in the miscellaneous section again is from Strike Old Shave. This is Mixin. I don't think he's making this one really anymore. It is like a citronella, limoncello, definitely more on the lemon scent. It's a soap. Again, I get some of my most awesome shaves with Mason Boutique stuff and Strike Gold shaves. Just some really, really awesome products. So if you have your chance to get your hands on any Strike Gold shave stuff, I highly recommend it. As a matter of fact, I think he's coming out with another one called Ike, and that should be in another week or two from the date of me uploading this. And he's also going to be releasing one of his other ones. It's called JFK, another one of my favorites in the barbershop or clean scents category. But again, so if you're checking this out, I guess I could have put this in, my tropical kind of category for you, because it definitely lives on the citrus side, but really not, but it could. I'll let you choose for yourself. Next one again is pure Mason Boutique. This is Elite. Now again, they still have some products left on their Etsy site. I think it's a Brush Guy is what you're looking for on Etsy. But this stuff is Elite. And so my dad used to take us to some really luxurious hotels. My dad did a lot of sales all around the place when we were growing up as kids. And when I first walked into some of these luxurious hotels, and you laid in the beds with all the fresh, clean linens and things like that, this is a scent that comes to my mind. It is clean, but still masculine. It's a cologne scent underneath it, but it's just awesome. Every one of Mason Boutique soaps I've had a great experience with in terms of not only performance, but where I'm getting transported to. Every one of them, I have just been able to connect up with the scents, and it's been able to take me to certain places back in my memory, from my youth to other just great, fantastic memories. So even if it wasn't a great performer, we all love our specific scents that we really connect with. And for me, this brand, as well as Strike Gold Shave, have just hit it wonderfully and connected up with me wonderfully in that sense. So before we go and get funky with the last one, I definitely want to show you, I, believe it or not, have never used a fine product. Not snakebite, and I know that one's like one of the most popular ones. This one here is awesome. I gotta tell you, I'm kind of upset that I haven't tried Fine in the past. This is their Sentinel Absolute. I just remember this scent fondly. And this, I'll tell you what, I put it on last night for the first time. I got reactions from both my wife and my daughter saying how awesome this stuff smelled. And I mean, they all love the scents, but I mean, this one is strong. I can still smell it on my shirt, you know, because I usually rub it down my shoulders and stuff like that. I don't know about you gents, but anyways, go check out Fine Products. Definitely is a menthol based one. If you're looking for something uber strong too, I'm told that Snakebite from Fine is just an awesome choice as well. So give them a try. Last but not least, we're gonna have some fun. Now, when I was talking to Brian, I noticed that he had this. I do want to make some disclaimers here. I do not condone smoking weed. I personally don't do drugs. I have a few friends that do. You know who you are. And that is perfectly fine. I don't give two shits less one way or the other. We're going to get right into this, and it's Dorm from Crown King. So if you ever wanted to know what a dorm smelled like in college or a frat house, I could certainly kind of sing it like this, or some of my friends out there that you know who you are, house still probably smells like this, and you're probably in your 40s or 50s. It's a soap. It smells like weed, and it smells like Nag Champa. Pretty simple. I know this is made by Phoenix Artisan. I don't even smell the typical PAA clean signature scent. This smells nothing more like some really strong weed and Nag Champa. I mean, that literally is all this smells like. I wanted to try it. What? Now, believe me, I've been in plenty of places that stunk like weed, so I know what that smells like. Cannabis flower. This smells like somebody's, I mean, pure lit up at a freaking Grateful Dead concert, let me tell you. But again, it is Crown King. Crown King, if you can get your hands on it, it's also made by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Just some great soaps. I've had a lot of great experiences with their products so far. Again, a gimmick try. If that ain't your thing, no big deal, but I just had to. And that is everything out of my unboxings. So which one are you the most interested in? Is there one in there in particular that I could have described a little bit better? You want some more information? Send some comments down below. I talk with everybody. But if you're looking for a lot of adventures and relaxation, you need to be wet shaving. You need to be wet shaving. You need to be taking that 30 minutes to maybe an hour if you're really a slow shaver with a straight shaver for yourself. And you do so by transporting yourself in one of the oldest practices there is of scent. Ayurveda is known for relaxation through scent and through sound and other means, and shaving just kind of transports you there. It's that 40 minutes or so of time for yourself to relax and look at yourself in the mirror and reflect and say, today was a good day, today wasn't a good day, this is how it's going to be better, but you know what, I'm still staring at myself. I am still okay, and I'm wielding a really sharp object in the process, and I'm not killing myself. There's something oddly romantic about that. But that's it. Remember to drink coffee, do good, take time for yourself, and have fun. Enjoy, relax, and just let it all go. Dare to inspire, defy, and be different in everything that you do. Until next time, gents, I'm Joseph K, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing as much as I did. I'm a sucker for mail. You want to send me something you want me to try? Send me a message, leave me a comment, tell me what you want to send, and we'll figure out a way to connect in someplace a little bit more private, so you can send it over to me too, and I'll be more than happy to give you my honest feedback. Until next